We're also looking into an investigation into the death of a Phoenix 911 dispatcher who died after working an overtime shift.
Yeah, the report is showing that multiple policy violations were made here. Her family has since filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the city. Monica Garcia is in the newsroom tonight with more on this. Monica.
Well, guys, tonight a just completed internal investigation by the city found 3 violations in the sudden death of this 911 dispatcher. And it is raising questions whether the tragedy could have been prevented.
911 dispatcher Pamela Cooper devoted her life to helping others. But her life came to an end after she was asked to work overtime, a nearly 16-hour shift after 5 weeks at home recovering from COVID. We spoke to her husband back in March.
She was drained and mentally beaten. I mean, she couldn't handle that many hours that fast.
A new report shows Cooper's supervisor sent her a message asking her to work overtime, in which Cooper replied, quote, "I might die, but okay." The supervisor wrote back in part, quote, "Please don't, not on my watch." The next morning, Cooper couldn't breathe. She was taken to the hospital and died a week later.
It was stupid. It was unprofessional, and it showed how they care about their employees. They don't. And it cost me my wife, my mate, and I have to live with that for the rest of my life.
Cooper's husband filed a notice of claim against the city of Phoenix for $35 million. The investigation found 3 policy violations in the moments leading up to his wife's death. First, Cooper informed her supervisor that if they mandated her to work overtime, she would go home in an ambulance. The investigation also found that employees would gather in groups to talk while at work and would roll plexiglass screens put in place to keep them separated out of the way. City Manager Ed Zucker says he is very sorry for the family's loss.
Well, first of all, my sympathies go to the Cooper family because, losing a loved one, particularly in the circumstance where someone has COVID, is a devastating loss.
The report does confirm Cooper was asked to work the additional hours, but there's no evidence that shows she would be disciplined if she declined to do so. As a result of the investigation, the department says they plan to take disciplinary action against the supervisor who Cooper reported feeling sick to.
I feel as if we did a good report there to show the steps that were taken to keep people safe.
The department also plans to improve their communication policy regarding COVID protocols.
Meanwhile, the city of Phoenix, the police department, has been previously criticized for how it handles staffing shortages. According to this report, the department is continuing to work on solutions to that problem. In the newsroom, I'm Monica Garcia. Back to you guys.